New Jersey has the highest property taxes in America. Now, how can you say you live in a free state or a free country if you can never even own the land that you live on? Even if you pay off your mortgage, you're still paying for the property. You're paying rent to your tyrannical landlords. I keep asking myself, how did we get here? The average household is paying about $9,800 a year on property taxes in New Jersey. And according to the New Jersey Treasury, if you combine sales tax and income tax, the average family is paying more to the government than they're saving for themselves. We've got everything from income tax, property tax, sales tax, gas tax, tolls for the roads, inheritance tax, cigarette and alcohol taxes, fees for permits, gun permits, business fees, car registrations. You even have to pay for a license to get your dog. Someone knocked on my door one day and said, "Hey, is that your dog in the window? Does he have a license? Oh, you got to pay for that." If you want to put a little box of a shed on your property, you have to pay the town for them to allow you to put a box to store your bicycles and lawnmower in on your property. Does that make you feel like you're in a free country or a free state? The founders knew that taxes were a tool of control. In 2022, President Biden passed the Inflation Reduction Act, which funded 87,000 new IRS agents. There was reports claiming that they were arming these IRS agents to enforce cracking down on the citizens for not paying taxes. This just shows that Washington prefers to extract more money from the citizens instead of trying to reform their crazy spending. Whether it's New Jersey property taxes or Biden's IRS buildup that he tried to do, the pattern's the same. The state enriches itself and limits the citizens' independence. So what can you do? It's not like everyone's just going to group together and start saying, "Hey guys, let's just all not pay taxes together." It'll never happen. So what can we hope for? Well, President Trump has mentioned a few times something called the External Revenue Service. This would rely on the income from the tariffs rather than relying on the income from the citizens. President Trump has also talked about getting rid of federal income tax. Now, both these things sound great. And if it worked out and that happened, that would be amazing. But how much faith do you have in that? I don't know. That would be great. Hope it happens. I'm going to pray about it. And we can all dream, right? That one day there would be maybe not no tax, but there'd be a lot less. I thank God every day for everything I have, and I owe it all to him because somehow I'm able to support a family. But man, there's people out there that are really getting hit hard, and the taxes only make it worse. Now imagine if you could take home that federal income tax. Imagine how much that would be a life changer. Today, our bloated government enriches itself while families struggle. In 2024, New Jersey's state budget was nearly $55 billion. Much larger than the entire country of America's when it was first founded. When the government takes half your income in taxes, hidden fees, that's not freedom, that's economic control of the people. The revolution was about liberty, political, and economic. Our rights to speech, arms, and property are all connected. If the government can tax away your livelihood, it weakens your independence. And the Second Amendment exists as the final safeguard for tyranny. The same tyranny that our founding fathers saw in their excessive taxes. I'm a big believer in prayer, and I feel like a lot of the times when it comes down to stuff that is not in your control, you got to pray about it. You got to sit down and pray that God's will be done. And you ask God for the things that you want, and he knows the desires of your heart. And hopefully those things will come. But God's ways are higher than our ways. And he has a plan. So keep praying, keep believing for good things. Although we're taxed to death in New Jersey, although our Second Amendment is really restricted, we are still the freest country in the world. In other countries like the UK, people are getting arrested for social media posts. People in America can post death threats to sitting presidents and they don't even get in trouble. So just when you think your country is not free, look at some other countries and see how they are. You wonder why everybody tries to come here? It's because we are the freest country in every single way. Even though if you live in certain states like New Jersey, you might not feel like it is sometimes, you are. You are still free. Keep your head up. I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe. What's the craziest tax you think we have in New Jersey besides property tax? Do you think there's any hope? Let me know down in the comments if you think there's any hope. Is there any hope of us ever getting rid of some of these taxes? Do you think it's possible to fund our government off tariffs? Do you think it's possible to get rid of federal income tax? Let me know down in the comments. All I know is our founding fathers dumped tea in a harbor over way less than we pay today. I thank you all for watching. If you like this video, come back for more. Guys, have a great rest of your night.